All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
Yo!
Welcome in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge here on this Friday morning. It is game week. We are just a day away from LSU taking on the Clemson Tigers there in Memorial Stadium. Jake and Flynn on site at Rouse's here on Burbank. Alondra and Tay back in studio. It is Football Friday. It is finally here. How you doing, sir?
Oh, man, I am doing great. I can't be better, man. We did it. We made it. It is Football Friday. LSU Tigers kicking off tomorrow. They kicked the butts of them Clemson Tigers. And we made it to football season 2. It was beautiful getting home yesterday from work and just turning on ESPN and watching football. Having it on the background, it is officially time. So it's a good feeling. It's and this is a great setup here at Rouse's here on Burbank. Got the beautiful pregame desk here. I feel official. I feel like we're kind of like feel like Lee Corso a little bit. Kirk Herbstreit on this desk. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, it is. It's it's a step above. Normally when you go out on a remote or you go to media days, you get like a normal table.
Crawfish table.
Exactly, and you get a tablecloth and you throw it on there. We are officially official here at Rouse's.
Guess what else they gave us?
What?
Buttons.
Yeah, don't touch those.
Why?
Because we gotta remember
and shiny.
We gotta remember which one is actually which. We taught you what a jamboree was, I think, last night. You wrote me we were going to watch the same one at 6, and you said the jambalaya is at 6.
Yeah, well, there's a question mark at it. I was just confirming the time.
I said jambalaya.
I think it was
jamboree.
I think it was corrective or auto text.
Okay.
Auto correct.
Okay.
Because it knows jamboree is not a word.
I said the gumbo's at 6.
Yeah. So we nailed it. I got there. Watched the U High versus Dunham jamboree last night.
Yeah, it was
fun. Great. It was awesome. Over at Parkview. Great field. Beautiful night, too, man. It wasn't hot.
Yeah. I started
thinking a little sunset. It just looked like football, baby.
Yeah, I started to think how cool it was that U-High had like a top player in the country, top 5 player in the country, regardless of like what service you look at. And then Dunham's got a top 5 player in the country for the next cycle, no matter which site you look at. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool to have that in the city here and, an opportunity to go see them play against each other.
Yeah, just playing on a random August 28th, Thursday evening, just a couple of 10-minute halves. Just to get to go see them, go out there, and I know everybody's still working. They're getting ready. I guess their week 1 will be next Friday or Thursday or Friday. I know they kind of switch up, but it's great to go see some really talented guys and kids. Man, high school football is so fun to watch. It's just, man, the try hard that they have and the passion they play with is great. So, it was a good match. I think U-High scored a few more points, but there was plays made on both sides and some really good players. I saw I was listening. The PA announcer came over and said the name Hester a couple of times.
He did, yeah.
So shout out for sure. Like to hear that name Hester on the football field.
Yeah, shout out Jackson Hester. A little nose guard action.
Absolutely.
In the trenches.
Hey, got some speed. People are talking.
Well, I mean, his dad did play nose guard until he was a junior, so
it's in the blood.
He still got a chance
to
move over to running back. We'll see there. I do have to complain about the shirt you're wearing, though.
Why?
It's inaccurate.
Well, this is the second time I've worn it.
Yeah, well, it says the Nuss Bus, and it's got a number 13 there in the window, sir.
Well, they haven't printed the shirts. Well, who is?
Actually, the shirts are available. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, this is an OG collector's item, if you will. Like, look, there's nobody more pissed out there about this 18 number than the person that just bought the Nussmeier jersey for the season. Bought it on a Friday.
It's so easy, though. You just get some athletic tape and you just close in the threes.
Yeah, that's true. Those jerseys are
I'm going to go get you some whiteout right now.
Those jerseys are pretty cheap. So, like, on a Thursday, you buy your jersey. Like, oh, man, I'm going to give it to my kid. It's their birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Here's your jersey. Then on Friday, it switches numbers. Tough.
Yeah.
Tough out there. You think they already got the 18 Nussmeier, like, authentic jerseys on the shelves?
No doubt.
That's fast turnaround.
Again, very easy to change a 3 into an 8.
Yeah, but it's not official.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Well done, Alondra. Well done. Never do it when we're supposed to do it.
We weren't 100% sure we were going to hear it or not. So
I was like, I'm going to get her today. That was pretty quick. Go to GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com. That is the website for GoFlow IV Spa. Go see them today. Book your appointment. It is right on Jefferson near Bocage. GoFlowIV.com.
yeah, go see them. Today is actually the perfect day to go see them over there on Jefferson Highway. Go. If you haven't been yet, you can go sign up, get an account. I did it a couple of weeks ago. I was in and out my first time. I was in and out probably 30 to 40 minutes. Signed up, got an IV, felt better. It is like immediate relief. And, yeah, we know it's game week. We know it's the first week of the season. We're going to be having maybe a couple of adult bevies, a couple of cold pops. So prepare yourself. Go get an IV. If you've never done it, go check it out. It works immediately. Go Flow IV.
All right, so as we get this show started, obviously the big news for LSU football, LSU safety AJ Haulcy will miss the first half versus Clemson coming up tomorrow night. And he's not going to play in the first half because in his last game of the 2024 season, when he was playing for Houston, he was ejected from the contest. And the rules state if you are ejected for fighting, you have to, if it's in the first half, you obviously get kicked out for that game. You miss the second half of that game. If it's in the second half, you miss the first half of the next game. And this is the rule put into place. And for me, it's like, okay, this happened when?
Yeah.
In 2024, okay? It happened at the end of the season. So we're talking about in November of 2024 going to affect August of 2025. And you can say, well, the rules are the rules. Well, I can still say it's a dumb rule. I can still say, like, of all the things the NCAA doesn't care about anymore and just hand waves and turns a blind eye, like, this is going to be the one, the week of the game? You're going to tell LSU Thursday of game week in a top 10 matchup that their starting safety is not going to be in there? Like, that's where I have issue. Even if you would have made sure LSU knew about this in May, all right, June, hell, even July, okay, you're telling them about it at least. But, like, to find out now, like, that's the part, like, what are we even doing?
Well, how would LSU not have seen this coming? If it was based on something that happened that was known about, right? How would they not have known the suspension was coming if the rule is already in place? I don't understand how that is kind of like could be a surprise. I feel like you would have known that was coming. But it is weird. It's just a strange story that punishment wouldn't have been dealt out in reaction to whatever happened during the game. Now, the game, of course, that was 7 months ago.
Yeah.
Which is mind-boggling. But yeah, it's extremely concerning for me going into this game.
I'm concerned because you've told me the entire lead up that safety was going to be the most important position for LSU.
Yeah, and
Clemson.
It's going to be the position that I'm watching the most, and this is certainly a concern for me when the guy that's going to be playing a lot of safety for you and is a huge impact and was a All Big 12 player a year ago. It's a guy that I think that had a chance to be pretty impactful. So we got to rotate in. You got to put some guys in. But like Taylor has told us, all through training camp, there has been a lot of rotation in the secondary during training camp. So a lot of guys have got a lot of reps, a lot of playing time. And so, you got to go in there and play without him for one half. You got to keep Cade Klubnik in the pocket. You got to keep him from running, trying to got to keep him in that first half from making too many explosive plays. Like I said, he's going to make his plays, but for Haulcy to get suspended, it's just a weird story to me. I just don't understand how something can happen.
I'm with you that part.
Season, nobody know about it. The NCAA sit on their hands for so long and then deal out the suspension.
Yeah, so the quote from Brian Kelly before he found out that this was going to, in fact, come across, we're waiting on clarification on that. This was Thursday before he found out. We were informed on his situation on Wednesday, so we'll see where that ends up. We're practicing him, preparing him to play. We'll wait for further guidance. And again, he's going to play in the game. It's just going to be in the second half. Right. But I am with you as far as, okay, well, if this was the rule put into place, if you get thrown out for fighting, you got to miss a half. Like, where was the miscommunication? And obviously, it stays with you no matter if you change schools, like AJ Haulcy did from Houston to LSU.
Yeah, that's the part that to me is confusing and strange. It's like
maybe they thought, even though Houston didn't play in a bowl game, maybe they thought like that space was going to be
right
where it would take effect, even though you didn't play in a bowl game. That's still not going to happen.
And you would think if there's no communication unless the kid and they didn't tell LSU that there was this if it wasn't this big thing, this big public thing that was on ESPN about this fight because it wasn't in a bowl game.
Yeah.
Maybe at that point, as NCAA just like, hey, he just tells the kid maybe they told the University of Houston and they didn't tell the kid. So I don't know. It's just a strange situation and unfortunate that it happens right now. And of course, I'm going to blame the NCAA on this one. That was dumb to wait this long. What are we doing?
Well, they were worried about the Michigan situation that they came down so hard on Michigan for.
Yeah, that's true. They had bigger things, bigger fish to fry.
A lot of people are, letting Clemson know snitches get stitches as well. Apparently, this was Clemson that made the NCAA aware. That's your guy, Dabo.
That's my guy?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that said he was going to get injured running down the hill.
That's still your guy.
That's my guy. Okay, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
So now it's okay. Well, how do you replace AJ Haulcy? Because you're not going to get the same level of play. That's the obvious statement. There's a reason why he was a starter. There's a reason why you got him from Houston. There was a reason why he was an all-conference player. Is it going to be Jordan Gilbert, Javen Toviano? Is it going to be Deshaun Spears? Is it going to be a combination of all three of those players? Mm-hmm. Like, that's going to be like you have another transfer into Marcus Cooley, obviously, and he had a similar situation, but he's going to be good to go, and it is going to.
So we got a couple guys transferring that got a little fight in them, huh?
Yeah.
Literally. Little dog in them. I like it.
So you have a very veteran player in Jordan Gilbert. Now, he is healthy. Last year, he was not healthy the entire way. You have experience. So I'll throw that back to you, all right? He's a player that's been – last year, he was a full-time starter. LSU wanted to upgrade at the position. That's no secret. But he does have starting experience in multiple SEC schools. I do find that to be a better situation than if you were trying to play a freshman, a redshirt freshman that had never been in the thick of it. I mean, Jordan Gilbert, at least, he played at A&M. He's played at LSU. The venue and the moment at least won't be too big for him.
Yeah, I think that is a big deal. I mean, if something happens to a starter and you can ever insert experience there, that's a premium for any team, especially in this game when we've talked about safety being so important. So to be able to rely on him, but I would expect that it's going to be a rotation of guys. I mean, there's been so many guys rotating in during training camp. I would expect you'd see multiple guys just rotating in and out in that first half.
Yeah.
And look, it's one half. It's 2 quarters. I know a lot can happen, but first game of the season, there's going to be a lot of energy out there. I would expect that. A big rotation. But to have Gilbert and that experience is for this type of short period of time, for first and a second quarter, I believe is a big asset for us. I mean, you never want to have a guy that you're relying on being a starter and have had him in the starting rotation for so long. At the last minute, have the rug pulled from under you. But to be able to just say, all right, hey, experience, go in there. The moment's not too big for him. We know he's played in big-time stadiums. We know the lights aren't going to be too bright. So it's good. And obviously they wanted to upgrade from a talent level. That's fine. But, like, experience to me in that situation, especially for a short amount of time in the game, is definitely the way you go.
And I know that Gilbert's been working at your favorite position, star.
Yep.
Like, kind of been rotating in there. But
you think they'll create a new position now?
No, because Alabama took all the names of all the positions with Wolf and the other ones that they had.
Yep.
But this is somebody you can very easily slot back to safety. And again, it might not be him. I'm trying to think of, okay, here's the situation. All right. You're going into a hostile environment. You've got somebody that has been through the fire before. You also have to worry about, at least I do, about sudden change. We talk about it on the field all the time. It happens off the field as well, right? You find out on Thursday that your starting safety not going to be available in the first half, all right? Which player do you think can handle that the best? When you call him into your office, is it a redshirt freshman? Is it a senior who's been through it? Right?
Yeah,
because that situation to me, if I'm a senior and you're like, hey, bud, AJ, he's out for the first half you're in. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm a freshman and they tell me that, I got the night sweats a little bit.
Got the night sweats, got those butterflies. You start panicking a little bit. You start thinking about the game plan. Like, you just said that again. And, like, the more you say it to me and the more you say it out loud, the more it sinks in, how the Thursday before the opening game of the season, you find out one of your starters is suspended for something that happened last November.
Yeah.
The more you say it, the more ridiculous this sounds to me. And the more it's, like, kind of making me mad. Like, this is complete. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. Either Houston held the information, the kid held the information, or the NCAA just did not make a decision or a ruling or didn't even think about it.
Until they got made aware of it this week. Yeah, and
the more you say it, the more, like, ridiculous the story is.
And it's gonna look. There was people on my mentions, Clemson fans, all last night. I didn't even tweet about it, and they're still already tagging me like, rules are rules. Okay, all right, nerd. I'm not. This isn't even arguing rules are rules. I just think it's dumb. If it was a Clemson player, I'd want the Clemson player to be able to be available if something happened in November that was, like, on the field. Because in the heat of, a football game, heaven forbid we got into a little fisticuffs is what you like to call it, right?
Yeah, fisticuffs.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you see?
Of all the things, like, you go into an NCAA parking lot now and, it looks like you're going to a car show. Because there's so many incredible vehicles in there. And, like, we're worried about this. And this is what's going to keep you off the field.
Rules are rules. Cool. You ever rolled through a stop sign, bud? You ever gone 46 and a 45? Come on. Don't be a hypocrite.
Look, for LSU fans.
It happened last November.
Yes. For LSU fans, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is going to be a good thing for LSU. Safety is the most important position in this game. And your best safety potentially is out for 30 minutes of the game. I will say this. I will say that the Gilbert portion of it, you are very fortunate to have somebody like that ready to go. Look, he's had some good times, had some bad times in LSU uniform. I will say he was playing injured most all of last year. Let's hope that there's a better version that we're going to get in the first half against Clemson. You could be in a situation where you have somebody never been, redshirted maybe last year, never really been in a game like this on the road. So for a really bad situation, you at least have something that I think can help ease some of the nervousness and the stress if you didn't have a veteran player ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it eases the tension, but, I mean, it's not a great situation to have a guy like that out at such a key position to me, in my opinion, for this game plan. So, I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It's not great for the first half, but look, it's one half. You got a guy with experience jumping in there, and, he's going to come in. Halsey's going to come in the second half with fresh legs. Dominate.
All right, we will take our first break of the show. We are here live on remote at Rouse's Football Friday here on the station. One of our favorite times of the year. Come hang out, come see us, come say what's up. We will be here through our normal time. We have got a big show planned for you today. We have got, fingers crossed, the Meathead Quad Box that we've been talking about. It's going to be AJ Hawk and Bobby Carpenter joining us. We are going to also have an interview we had with the head coach of your New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore. We've got that locked and loaded, ready to go for you as well. Big Football Friday here, live from Rouse's.
Off the bench.
All right, go to boudreauxelectrical.com. Once you go to the website, go ahead and get that contact information. Give them a call. It is not too late. Storm season obviously has already started, but they have over 80 generators in stock right now, ready to go. Those numbers on the North Shore, 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389. Go to the website today, get everything scheduled, see what they can do for you at boudreauxelectrical.com.
Yeah, Boudreaux's Electrical, they are the generator company. So if you have just kind of been thinking about it, you're like, I don't know if I want to pull the trigger, give them a call. Go to their website right there on boudreauxelectrical.com. There's a big red button. You can request a free Generac quote. So if it's that time, it is that time of year. It is hurricane season. We are right in the thick of it. So be the envy of your neighborhood. Keep the lights on when the power goes out. That is boudreauxelectrical.com.
Do it, man. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
I needed you to put your headphones on. Funky Friday is for you, and I'm over here listening, and you're not.
Now it's Funky Football Friday.
That's what they say.
Triple F.
That's what they say.
But it is. It's Football Friday. It is, man, it's exciting. Rouse is here. So we're here at Rouse's on Burbank. We got here, I got here pretty early. I got here about 6:25, 6:30 to see if there's anything I could do to help with the setup, of course. Our guy Bo and Adam.
Do you think they were going to let you plug in anything?
I did. I plugged in my own personal charger.
There you go.
You
plugged in mine, too.
Learned how to turn the mic up, learned how to turn the volume up. Didn't learn about these buttons. So
you want to try it?
Yeah, let's just push them. They better. Nothing works.
Nope. Didn't hear nothing there. It's got to be prodded up. Which one's this? The last one, Bo? Okay. There we go. Yes. That's how it was for me trying to touch it. Okay. We're in some real trouble here.
All right, we got one. We got one.
All right, let's go for
perfect.
There we go.
Love that.
Last night, we had some college football. Boise State took it right on the chin.
Yeah.
South Florida said, welcome to the heat and humidity. Boise, we're going to treat you to a nice 34-7 whooping.
Yeah. See, I watched the beginning of this. Then we went to the jambalaya last night. And it was actually pretty close. But then I checked the scores, and I'm like, oh, my God. These guys really took it to them. But yes, you can just imagine, like, they kept it pretty close for a little bit. You can just imagine, like, you live in Boise, Idaho, near the mountains, not a touch of humidity out there. They've probably been doing training camp in 74. It was hot probably one day and got to 80.
Yep.
And they come down to Florida, and they get hit right in the face when they walk off the airplane. As soon as they walk off the airplane, you kind of know. Like, in the back of your mind, you can be tough all you want, but you know in the back of your mind when you hit that heat for the first time that this isn't good.
Oh, this is different.
This is different. I don't know if my body can react to this the same as it did up in the mountains. And I think you probably saw a little proof of that. But man,
they outscored them 24-0 in the second half.
Decent.
Either one of those teams hydrated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Actually,
don't answer that.
In the past, Boise State has been hydrated. I'd have to look on the sheet for this year. I don't know if they are this year. You know what? It can't work miracles sometimes.
That's true. That's very true. Not the only game, but certainly Boise State, 25th in the country, made the playoff last year. They lost Ashton Genty. A lot of people thought they'd be okay. Well, South Florida had other plans, and South Florida and Alex Golesh is good coach, and that foundation's completely different now. They get the victory 34-7. Rutgers over Ohio 34-31. You had NC State, East Carolina. Actually ended up being a really good game, 24-17. NC State, UCF, the Fighting Scott Frost take on Jacksonville State. That game ended 17-10. You had Missouri all over Central Arkansas, 61-6. Prabula coming over from Penn State, 23 of 28, 283 yards. And 2 scores. Certainly looks like he is QB1. I know that they played we're going to play multiple quarterbacks, and it was going to be a situation. No. Bro Prabula said, I'm QB1 here. He had 10 rushes for 65 yards and added 2 more scores on the ground. That was the only SEC team in action. Again, Missouri certainly gets it done 61-6. Still feeling pretty good about, my pick is them being the dark horse now. I mean, I know it's Central Arkansas, but still 61-6.
You feel good about that one?
I do.
Patting yourself on the back for picking that game?
No, I didn't pick the game. I'm saying Missouri, like even Ahmad Hardy, who they got over from Louisiana Monroe, one of the biggest running backs in the transfer portal. He goes 10 carries, 100 yards, and a score. So, like, the guys they brought over match with the guys they already had. I'm just saying, with their schedule, don't be surprised if you look up and Missouri's got double-digit wins for the 3rd straight year.
Not real gritty of you to sit here and 7:30 on a Friday before the first LSU game be celebrating a Missouri victory over Central Arkansas.
Good. Give them some love to Conway, Arkansas. That's where it's at.
Yep. Then we had the night game last night. Nebraska, Cincinnati, in Arrowhead Stadium. They kept showing... we had Raiola was playing quarterback for Nebraska, but then they kept showing him in the stands, in the box suites, watching the game. I was like, what's happening right here? He looks exactly like Mahomes. I don't care what you say. Mahomes was in the crowd watching the game, and Nebraska comes out with that one. They win 20-17.
It was a boring game.
It was kind of boring, but it was
I'm sitting there, and we're watching the games last night once we got home from the Jamboree, and I'm trying. I'm like flicking back and forth, and I'm like, give me something. And we're watching Nebraska, Cincinnati, and we're going to Miami of Ohio and Wisconsin because that game was close for a long time too. And same color schemes. It was just kind of. And Katie's like, I'm going to bed. I go, why? She goes, I'm not staying up to watch mediocre football. All right, well done.
That's fair. Fair enough.
That's pretty fair.
That is fair enough. So it's got to probably be like SEC.
Well,
an SEC good matchup.
I mean, Nebraska was a lot of people's, look out for this team in the Big Ten. And it's one game. And, Cincinnati, I don't think it's going to be very good. They weren't a year ago. They haven't been ever since that run that they had. And, Dylan Raiola looked okay. I mean, 33 of 42, 243, 2 touchdowns. But is there anybody dynamic on the field that you would worry about? It was just like.
I don't know. No idea. I was watching the game. I was kind of like you because we got home from watching the high school football, and we had it on the television. We're putting the kids to bed, but I kept trying to watch it. I'm the same way as you and Katie were. Like, I was trying to watch it, and I was like, man, this is good. I'm going to keep it on. It's certainly on, but I'm also going to be doing some of my nightly chores, going to be putting the kids to bed, doing some responding to some emails, things like that. So I wasn't extremely locked in. So don't get me to start reciting all the playmakers from either team.
No. If you could, I would be very impressed because playmakers there was not. And Nebraska, again, very trendy pick because of their schedule, who they had coming back, but I did not see it last night. But credit to them, they were victorious, again, 20-17. I do want to throw it to our guy, Tate, back in studio because there is some LSU recruiting news. Tristan Keys flips from LSU to Tennessee. Now, it's not a big surprise. Flynn, I think even you'll remember we played the video on his official visit when he went to Tennessee.
Oh, that was him.
He's going down, the runway there, and he's showing off his watch, and they had, a whole crowd there, and it was like, wait a minute, aren't you committed to somebody else? Well, turns out he loved Tennessee there, and we've got a great story up on LouisianaSports.net right now, kind of logging it all, but I'll throw it back to studio. Tay, probably not too surprised that this happened.
No, not a surprise at all. Like, I don't even care that it's Tennessee. I know we saw the little cute red carpet that they did when he was on his recruiting trip. I kind of always knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know what school it was going to be. I mean, he continued to take trip after trip after trip. It was like you propose to someone and then right after you request that you have an open marriage. Like, that's what Tristan Keys looked like this entire recruiting process. I'm not surprised in the least. Like, this was always going to happen.
You trying to say he had pineapples on his front porch?
Yeah, absolutely. Big time. Multiple pineapples.
Upside down ones?
All right, we're getting too far in the weeds because I don't know that. I don't even know what the upside down part means. It's recruiting, and it's a big player. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. It's number 7 overall player in the country. Plays receiver, playmaker. It's going to, if he signs with Tennessee, he signs with Tennessee. We'll see. We'll see if that ends up being the case in December. I'm not going to say that he's not a great player because he does look like he is, but I'll say this. It's high school. It's a high school recruit. It change your mind. Who knows where you get in December? And also, if there's one position that I don't really ever really worry about for LSU, it's the receiver position. I would say 4 of the best 6 receivers in the NFL right now are from LSU, and they're all from Louisiana. So, again, I'm not going to act like he's not a good player. Would you want him on your squad? Yeah, you'd want him. He's number 7 overall player. But the position that he plays, the talent that you've had at that position, if it was, an interior defensive lineman, if it was a star left tackle right now, if it was a position, a star, not a star, don't get mad, a star safety, then maybe it's a different conversation. But,
Husky, Sting.
Exactly. But at receiver, again, that's one position that I'm always going to trust. LSU has multiple guys, in-state guys that are going to be NFL players.
Yeah, it's a guy you like to have, of course, but just like you laid out, it's something we probably don't need to be too worried about because we can always recruit that position, always have good players right here in the state. There was one thing I was worried about, and I'm really glad to hear his voice. Taylor, I'm really glad you're here today. I'm glad you made it to work. You picked your head up off that pillow this morning. You stopped crying. We are at Rouse's. We can get you some more tissues if you need it. So I know there was a big trade.
So I think we need to probably step away.
Yeah, I know.
Let him compose himself.
I'm just glad he's here and he's made it. He's alive. He's well.
And then we can go over something that Tay probably cried himself to sleep over. And we'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. That is the website for Russell Pool Company. When you go to the website, top right corner, 225-924-2527. Give them a call. Have them come out to your space. Now, while you're setting everything up, I would fully encourage you, check out the gallery of work they have there on the homepage. You'll notice there is no 2 pools that look the same because they're not going to have ordinary. They're going to have custom. Whatever you're dreaming up for your dream pool, they're going to be able to do. You're not going to see a kidney shape, just a rectangle. No. They are going to have your design, your features, the one you've had in mind, RussellPools.com.
Yeah, normally when you start the pool process, you have to go hire a designer. You have to go hire a landscape architect. And you got to take those plans and try to speak and talk to the pool company to get it all worked out. Not with Russell Pools. They have 2 landscape architects right there on staff. That is different than any other pool company. So they can take your dream into reality. They can take what is in your head, design it out, and then put it in. And nobody builds a better pool than Russell Pools. So when you think of high quality custom pools, think of Russell Pools at RussellPools.com.
locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge, and we are live on location at Rouse's here on Burbank. We will be here throughout the totality of the show, so come hang out, come say what's up to us. Fired up to be here for Football Fridays. We're fired up. We're excited. You're probably excited because you've got football. You watched it last night. You're going to watch it tonight. You're certainly going to watch it all day tomorrow. You're going to watch the Tigers, the good Tigers, take care of the other Tigers tomorrow night, but I'm not sure that anything, Matthew, is going to get our boy Taylor Sharp fired up. He got some news, and I think you had some inside information with how strongly you were saying it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat saying that I probably need to be toting that OTB chain around right now. We don't have it here at Rouse's, but I would be. Because, Taylor's walking around. You ever seen that? The meme of Pablo Escobar from the show, where he's just kind of like sitting on a swing, like looking into space, kind of like just super depressed today. And like I said before going to break, I was just excited to hear his voice. I didn't know if I'd ever hear it again. It was one of those big time situations. So yesterday, in an absolute mammoth blockbuster deal on the last moment, right? We're a week before NFL football seasons. A mammoth trade comes down, and we had been seeing this coming. It was the Green Bay Packers had something in their sights, and they offered a king's ransom. Micah Parsons gets traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers, and an absolute mammoth of a deal. Of course, the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones standoff, everybody had been talking about it. It had been the lead of every sports show, besides local sports shows.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry wasn't
For a
fighting.
month.
Jerry wasn't fighting with Micah Parsons. He was fighting with Michael Parsons, as he kept saying. So maybe he thought he was trading Michael Parsons and not Micah.
And it's crazy because this is kind of how he's always done business, and it's never gotten to this point. I mean, he did it with Dak Prescott a couple years ago. He even franchise tagged Dak Prescott, and they signed him. I think they signed their contract the day of the first game of the season. So he's always come down, and it's always kind of been the knock on him. And he waits so long, and then he ends up paying more. But it always seems to work out. Well, this one just felt different leading up to it. It felt like there was some actual bad blood. It seemed like Micah Parsons was not going to back down, and Jerry Jones certainly wasn't going to back down. So when a rock meets a hard place, it was the Green Bay Packers. They offered him two first-round picks.
Yeah,
a defensive tackle.
A good defensive tackle.
But you're getting the best defensive player in the National Football League. And a trade reminiscent of when they traded for Reggie White back in the early 90s with the Green Bay Packers. So that worked out pretty good for them. So on a team that's loaded with talent and young talent.
Wasn't Reggie White like the first free agent? Isn't that how they got him?
Yeah, he was the kind of the poster child of free agency hitting the NFL that had been collectively bargained and all that. So it was like the change with the Reggie White signing to Green Bay kind of changed the landscape of NFL contracts in the NFL business in total. So that was in the early 90s, of course, and they went on a run. They won a Super Bowl in 96, I believe, and was in another Super Bowl in 97. So just a huge deal. Blockbuster deal, and all the Cowboys fans have to be just absolutely in shambles today.
Well, let's hear from our favorite one. We'll throw it to our favorite Cowboys fan, Mr. Taylor Sharp. Your reaction, sir?
Disappointed but not surprised. I mean, we talked about this on Tuesday on the show, and I was like, Micah's probably not going to play another snap for the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't think it was going to be the Packers. I hate that it's the Packers because my coworker Matt Flynn has been pushing it for the past week and a half, so that's a little unfortunate. But, I was getting text messages around 4:30. I think Jordan was actually the first one to text me, and all he said was, my condolences. I was like, all right, let me take out ESPN. Here we go. Who'd he go to? And then I see the Green Bay Packers. Look, it's typical Jerry Jones single-handedly ruining a franchise. He's done it for the last 30 years. He had the audacity yesterday to say, well, we made this trade because we needed to stop the run. Yeah, well, when you look at pass rush win rate, Micah Parsons was top 5. Nobody else on the Dallas Cowboys was top 25. So congrats, Jerry. You can't stop the run. Now you can't rush the passer either. You got 2 first-round picks back. Woohoo, who cares? I mean, you got Kenny Clark. He's fine. He's a solid piece. He's not Micah Parsons. Once again, he screwed this up. But the good news is, guys, he gave Jake Ferguson $52 million.
Oh, well, that's positive. It's a good tight end. Taylor, close your ears real quick on this one. New Green Bay Packers linebacker Micah Parsons is one of 2 players in the NFL history to have at least 12 sacks in each of his first 4 seasons of professional football. It's Green Bay Packer linebacker Micah Parsons and Reggie White. Those are 2 of them. The 2. That's the end of the list right there. You're not going to find anybody else on that list.
Yep.
So, new Green Bay Packer linebacker Micah Parsons, Taylor.
Yeah, so congratulations, Taylor. Alondra, make sure that you keep an eye on him in studio. Don't let him get too far away from you.
No short projects.
We will take a break. More OTB when we come back here. We are live from Rouse's Market here on Burbank. Come hang out. Come see us. The store is open. It's already got some mojo. It's got some juice. People walking through, getting ready for game day. You can as well. It's OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
You know what else you can grab here? Some ice cold Dos Equis.
I can see the beer section from here.
And right now, as always, is the perfect time to go for Dos. If you're setting up your tailgate, you're getting ready. If you're going on the road to Clemson, South Carolina, enemy territory, make sure that when you grab the tent, the generator, the TV, you grab that ice chest with that ice cold Dos Equis. It is always a great time, but now is the perfect time to go for Dos.
Yeah, we talked about all the times where it's great beer. We talked about, mowing the lawn beer. We talked about airport beers, but there is no beer that's more delicious than game day beer. So if you haven't stocked up yet, come to Rouse's. Come to Rouse's this morning. You don't have to drink the beer this morning, but come to Rouse's, get stocked up. You can meet and greet us. We can say hello, high five you during the break, whatever it is. So make sure this weekend at your tailgate, you're going for Dos. Drink Dos Equis. Drink responsibly. Delete some beers. Go.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are live here on Remote Football Friday at Rouse's here on Burbank. Very excited to be here and very excited for the future of Taylor Sharp's NFL fandom.
Yeah, we got a big announcement after the big news yesterday of Micah Parsons being traded to the Green Bay Packers. Of course, Taylor's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, and he appreciates it. He loves them. He eats, sleeps, breathes Dallas Cowboys. Not a big fan of Jerry Jones. So this most recent move, I believe, as Taylor told us yesterday, he is ready to move on officially. He is ready to move on from a Dallas Cowboy fan and pick a new team. And guess how he's going to do that? We're going to do it right here on this show over the next few weeks, reality show style, kind of like a Bachelorette, Survivor situation, Love Island. We're going to be voting people off the island.
Yep.
We're going to be voting teams off. We're going to give the chat a vote every now and then.
Yeah.
We will be eliminating teams. Taylor will be eliminating teams, and we will pick a new NFL football team to officially throw his hat in the ring with.
Yep. And if you're, looking for gently used cowboy jerseys on eBay, T-Sharp17 is going to be the the username there. Gently used. CD Lamb.
Yeah, he
Micah
doesn't even
Parsons.
wash it. He's got the tear stains on the shoulders still, on the chest.
Yeah.
Taylor, you want to, say anything about this reality radio show?
You got a minute left here, Tay.
No, I mean that's what I texted y'all last night. Like we're gonna make this happen. I told you guys there were a select few things that could get me out of here, and this was one of them. Like I'm done. Like I'll love the Cowboys. I may go back one day, but I mean Jerry's just sucked all the fun out of this. It's not fun to be a fan anymore. So I'm out.
There you go. He just said the Cowboys suck.
And he's out.
And he's out. So we're going to decide right here. So get ready. Next few weeks, it's going to be absolutely electric.
Yep. Well, this next segment could be electric or it could be a total disaster as we try to have two people on the phone at the same time. We were going to do it in video form, but one of the people we're going to have on is driving. So we're going to try it on the phone. It could be great, could be a total disaster, but it's going to have 4 meatheads. We'll have that for you when we come back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. That is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It is right there on Drusilla Lane in Baton Rouge. Now, if you want to pick up the phone, give them a call. Maybe, walk through it. Have a couple conversations, and you tell them what you're dealing with, and they can help you get to the bottom of it. That phone number is 225-4GD-WOOD. Again, go to the website, yourgoodwood.com. Book your consultation. See a full list of services. See what they can do for you. Yourgoodwood.com.
Gentlemen, we are talking to you. If, we have these human bodies. We are men. As we get older, things happen. Things don't work the same. So whether it's low T, whether it's low energy, whether the top of your head less hairy, whatever it is, they can help you out. Go in for a consultation, embarrassment-free. Just go see their services. Go talk to them. See how the professionals can help you. That is yourgoodwood.com.